Hey y'all, it's Sarah, and today I am working on some little decorations for doing cakes and things like that, and I wanted to share what I did. So here's a few items that I'll be using. For one, I've got this little small handheld punch. I've got some cardstock, just some plain simple cardstock. I've got a little stylus. I've got a piece of foam from like a mouse pad or something like that. I'm going to use a little baking soda mixed with some clear resin. And then I've got some kind of adhesive that I'm going to use to actually glue my flowers together. So let's jump in and get started. First thing I'm going to do is punch a whole bunch of little flowers out. Now that I've got a bunch of the little flowers punched out, I'm taking my stylus and just squishing them down and kind of moving that around in a circle so it'll get those petals to curl up. And I ended up using 2 flowers per rose for the most part. You could use more than that if you wanted a fuller rose. So I've placed a little glue here, and let's see if I can find a couple that are similar in size. So I'm just going to take my first one and I'm spinning it around my tweezers. You guys can see that. And dipping the base of that into my glue here. And I'm going to squish that down into that other set of petals. I'm going to do the same thing with this little pink one. I'm just taking one of the petals here, getting a grip on it, spinning that around, and then gluing it in my center. So this next part, you can go a couple different ways about it. One, you could use a matte finish Mod Podge if you have some of that. If you want to use your resin, you can just use your clear resin and then sprinkle in a couple of pinches of baking soda down in and mix it up really well, and you'll get a matte finish. You could also do these shiny, and you can either brush it on with a little paintbrush, or you can pour it into something where you can actually dip it into that. And maybe this might be deep enough to dip it in. So I've just basically coated that down. So I did a few single layer flowers here. If I can get it to focus. And now they're hardened. Maybe you can hear that. They've hardened to look a lot more like icing. And let's look at the little roses. And they also now look like more icing, frosting looking rather than just paper. So I've got all these cute little embellishments, and I'll be able to make so many more. You can also do the very same thing with leaves so that you have some leaves to add in with your flowers. But I wanted to share that the leaves that come with your mini verse kits look awful cute with these as well. And they already have kind of that thicker frosting look as it is. So I hope that gives you some fun ideas on how to accessorize with some of your projects, things that you can add more detail into, especially with a lot of the Miniverse tiered cakes and things like that. That's all I want to share with you today, and hopefully you learned something from it. Bye, y'all.